Another full day of testimony from ex-girlfriend Jane, but drama before she even got on the witness stand. Hello, my friend. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your #1 source for everything Diddy drama. We are back for another day in the federal trial against the disgraced music mogul, where he is facing charges of trafficking, racketeering, and Judge Subramanian said that he will handle the prosecution's request to dismiss a juror. Tomorrow he will handle that. Maureen Comey said the government was reluctant to ask for the juror's removal, but after a review, they found there, quote, appeared to be a lack of candor with the court. The defense, however, accused the government of a, quote, thinly veiled effort to dismiss a black juror. They are in objection of this juror's removal. All the other details are under seal. For now. Back with Jane, one of his girlfriends of many years, and they ended just last September. She says the longest freak off they ever had was a 3-day hotel night. Another text exchange presented as evidence by the defense that shows Jane excited and happy for the freak offs. In August of 2022, after a hotel night with Paul, Diddy's personal trainer / escort, she texted the music mogul that she appreciated these encounters. Jane said that she's having so much fun and that she would never take this for granted and will always make sure you are taken care of. Diddy was spotted in court this week with a book, The Magic of Believing by Claude M. Bristol. It's a self-help book, and he needs a lot of help with self-help, and he's got a lot of time behind bars, where hopefully he will stay for the rest of his life. Jane testified that she would often fight with Diddy over his other girlfriends, Young Miami and Gina. Jane really thought she was more than just a side chick. In a text exchange discussed today, Gina was complaining to Diddy, saying, "You have me feeling so taken advantage of." And he responded to her, if the relationship was that toxic, she was free to leave. But she didn't, she told the jury. The defense is painting a picture that Jane did everything of free will, consenting adults. And her texts definitely paint that picture in part to the jury. After another freak-off, in May of 2023, the day after, she texted Diddy, quote, "You are truly a blessing in my life. I have never had a man take care of me like you do. You're the reason for my child's joy. It means the world to us. I love you, baby. I love you so much as my friend, my lover, my boyfriend, even though you don't like that word, LOL. Jane then grabbed some tissue and started to cry. Combs would regularly lavish gifts on Jane, such as a very expensive Van Cleef necklace for her birthday, with a matching bracelet. Jane said that she encouraged Diddy to go 30 days eating healthy foods and staying off of drugs, and that included Combs pushing for a sobriety party, which was a hotel night without drugs. That party lasted between 12 and 18 hours and included Jane having sex with 3 men. She told the jury, "I resent him for how much I loved him and couldn't say no to him. I resent him for all of it." A freak-off video was shown today. In that video, Jane, not her real name, told Diddy how good they were for each other. Jane is described as jovial in that clip. Yeah, 'cause she's high. Jane would often buy matching shorts for Diddy and the male escorts. She testified today. How cute and gay. She also purchased rhino pills to keep your D hard. That was so that she could spend less time prepping the men, the entertainers. It was revealed today that Jane's nickname for Diddy was Lamb Chop. We've heard everything. Bert and Ernie, Pops, Lamb Chop. After the defense pulled up text threads in which Diddy appeared to give Jane a choice of escorts or ask whether she even wanted to have a hotel night, Jane indicated that her actions were still not entirely voluntary. She said, "I was just adapting to my circumstances and my environment and adjusting to the pressures of my lover. I was going along with something I really didn't feel I could say no to." In the most shocking, explosive, I can't believe this, revelation today, Jane testified that Diddy wrote love letters to Cassie while he was high on drugs with her. He loved Cassie so much that he beat her viciously. We all saw one instance, and Cassie testified that happened over and over again. That's not love. Diddy told Jane that Cassie was one of his greatest loves. He let Jane know where she stood. Cassie was one of his greatest loves, and Jane, not. Bless her heart. But she was compensated well enough. $10,000 a month plus gifts. Gina came up a lot today. The defense attorney asked Jane if the other girlfriend, Gina, tormented Diddy's relationship with Cassie. Jane said yes. His defense lawyer also asked Jane whether it was fair to say that Gina had a tendency for dramatics. Jane agreed. In a text exchange from September 2023, read in court, Jane described Diddy's relationship with Gina as a toxic cycle for you, and it bleeds into our relationship. And that was a wrap on Gina today. However, she will be back tomorrow, and the defense says they will be done with their cross-examination by the end of the morning. The prosecutor, Maureen Comey, said that 2 witnesses are expected to testify after Jane and that their testimony should take most of tomorrow. Comey said the prosecution needs to regroup and sort out travel logistics for witnesses beyond those that will be taking the witness stand tomorrow. The prosecutor also said the government is expecting to cut more witnesses from its list, streamlining their case against him. Hopefully that's a really good sign that they think thus far they've got more than enough to get convictions. Comey also said that the prosecution is on track to rest its case as early as next Wednesday or by next Friday at the latest. Another day and so much craziness. This was the best summary. Literally, you did not get all of this info from anybody else because I spent a lot of time making this video, and I thank you for watching, especially until the end. It helps so much. So, a lot to digest and discuss. Let's get into it in the comments section. And come back tomorrow for more because I am Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your #1 source for everything Diddy drama. See you in the comments. Mwah!